Aidan Mangan of County Kerry gets this National Football League Division 2 final underway. We can see that Darren Fay has actually started the match at midfield for Meath, so Kevin Riley stays at fullback as expected. With these two playing, well, memories of the 1984 Centenary Cup final come flooding back. That was the first trophy Meath won under Sean Boylan. Monaghan fast starters in this competition, and Tommy Freeman has got the first point after 30 seconds. The centre forward drifting all over the place and very well taken. They started well against Derry in the semi-final. A bright beginning here too, with the lead for the underdogs inside the first minute. Great distance on the kick out from David Gallagher in the Meath goal. Graham Geraghty fouled. The experienced player, such a vital part of this Meath team. Gary McQuaid dispossessed, and here come Meath with Dahi Regan. Regan hangs it high, but it's wide. Seen it all before. Gone very dark overhead in Croke Park. The wind, strange as always around here, swirling around, not really favouring either side. There's Darren Fay. Picked up from Meath by Niall McLaughlin. That's Anthony Moyles, spent some time at fullback in this campaign. Niall Kelly, big strong player. James Coyle for Monaghan. Paul Finlay. Finlay going direct. Stephen McGowan of Meath couldn't hang on to it. Tommy Freeman. Freeman going for the spectacular. Gallagher out, good fist away by the Meath goalkeeper. Darren Fay, though, unable to keep it in play. Did well, the goalkeeper. Has replaced Cormac Sullivan between the posts for Meath. Now Finlay, who scored 24 points in the league, is going to have a go and try and double Monaghan's advantage. Coming round the corner, one of the top free takers in the league, but unable to put that over. Well, how close was this from Paul Finlay? Well, the crowd behind the goal initially liked it, but you could see it trail wide. Brilliantly taken by Anthony Moyles. Darren Fay. Moving ahead of him is Niall McLaughlin. Fay goes long. Picked up for Monaghan by Gary McQuaid, who, even though he's a cornerback, has scored 3 points in the league. Has Graham Geraghty for comfort. That was tricky for Shane McManus. And now Caoimhín King. Dahi Regan. Regan moving it in towards Joe Sheridan, Meath's top scorer. Damien Freeman just sweeping up behind the full back line. And Monaghan with some space to exploit, and Paul Finlay doing extremely well, easily going past his half-forward colleague from Meath, Peadar Byrne. Tommy Freeman. Finlay. Finlay steadies himself, but that's poor shooting. Wide number 2 for Monaghan. Seamus McEnaneys, the Monaghan manager. They've already secured their place back in the top flight, but they want this title, and here at Croke Park too would be significant for them. Again, another massive kick out by David Gallagher. Niall McLaughlin, Fay, Anthony Moyles. Trying to use the wide open spaces of Croke Park, but just not getting it right, Meath. Kicking possession away again, and Sean will not be happy.
Hey, pull back. Pull back.
Darren Fay. Full forward line of Meath all spread out in front of him. Joe Sheridan is target. Sheridan having quite a battle with Coyle. Now it's Trevor Giles. Oh, that's beautiful. Fantastic score from Giles. Simple football from Meath. Pays dividends. It's their first point after 6 minutes. Very straightforward game when it's played that way, and the finishing is that effective from Trevor Giles, the full forward. Beautifully taken. Dick Clerkin of Monaghan taking Graham Geraghty with him and finding a big hole in the centre of the Meath cover. That's just dropped short. Taken under the crossbar by Gallagher. But the Meath defence a little porous there. Didn't cost them a score though. Queeving King. Easily taken by Damien Freeman. Gary McQuaid. Out from the corner is Dermot McCardle to Paul Finlay. He's seen a lot of it from Monaghan. That's a hospital pass if I ever saw one. King for Meath. Oh, and the marking is lax on Niall Kelly. Kelly takes James Ward with him. And now Graham Geraghty. They've got Geraghty free and options inside. Geraghty! Well saved by Shane Duffy. There was an option inside. It was Daithí Regan who was screaming for it. Brilliantly saved, but Geraghty wanted his second goal of this National Football League, but hit it straight at Shane Duffy. Surprising finish, but Monaghan do give up a lot of goal chances. Derry could have had at least 4 in the semi-final. That should have been one for Meath. A 45 is the result. Joe Sheridan steadies himself, just strokes it forward, but he's put it wide. That is wide number 4 for Meath. A point apiece after 9 minutes of the first half. Well, the Monaghan County Board appealed to their supporters to travel down in big numbers. They've certainly done that. Moyles and Fergal Duffy going for that. Damien Freeman, the Monaghan captain. Movement from Dermot McCardle. Wires crossed with Raymond Ronahan. Kevin Riley clears for Meath. Seeking out Trevor Giles, but not finding him. James Ward for Monaghan instead. Then Vincent Corey involved. Damien Freeman. Player who just loves to get forward whenever he can. That was a little careless. Ambitious pass intercepted by David Crimmins. Now Trevor Giles. Again, lots of movement from the Meath full forward line, but Daithí Regan hasn't got possession anymore. And it's Colin Flanagan. Good cornerback play. Stuck with his man, waited for the moment to make his move and got the free. Massive kick from James Ward. Looking for Dick Clerkin, that's a free in. Clerkin has taken it already. Now an opportunity for Tommy Freeman. Freeman pulled back, foul by Stephen McGowan. And Freeman is down injured. Well, next time McGowan will be gone. Freeman, a real threat. Caught as well by Anthony Moyles. Accidentally. Dick Clerkin has been playing out the field, but that's Monaghan's second point. They're first in 10 minutes, but they won't mind. They lead again. Score those in his sleep, Dick Clerkin. Clerkin, as you can see, operating out around midfield. Moyles picks up the loose possession for Meath. Fergal Duffy holding him back. Niall Kelly standing over this Dunshaughlin clubman. Monaghan trying to keep it tight. That's picked up beautifully by Joe Sheridan. Fantastic score from the corner forward. Again, such a straightforward point. 2 apiece in Croke Park after 12 minutes. Monaghan played a league match a few years ago in Navan and managed only 2 points against Meath. They'll do an awful lot more than that today. That was 5 or 6 years ago. Paul Finlay restarts the game as Tommy Freeman. Just couldn't hang on to it. Niall Kelly. Really hard-working wing forward. Trevor Giles, that's a good ball, and he's taken Vincent Corey with him. Giles switching it all the way across to Sheridan. Runners coming in from all over the place. Sheridan was he held back. Dahi Regan with a chance again. It's stopped by Shane Duffy. Meath seeking out another goal. Duffy's line and his goal stays intact for the moment. Niall Kelly. It's a good ball of Kelly's initially to get Trevor Giles away. It was Brian O'Reilly who launched that forward, but it'll come straight back now at Meath. Paul Finlay. Lots of air on it. Tommy Freeman has got some space away from McGowan. Chance of a goal, and Freeman's got it. Brilliant goal from Tommy Freeman. We're playing for 13 minutes. And it's such a positive start by Monaghan. The ball in was perfection itself from Paul Finlay, but when Freeman got away from McGowan, who was deceived by the flight of that, wrong side of the forward, the finish impeccable from Tommy Freeman. A goal and a point he scored. Monaghan going well. How will Meath respond? Niall Kelly outside of the left boot. Nice delivery. Had that gone out of play, well, the umpire has given the 45. Just wonder, had it gone out of play before Duffy made contact with it? Well, the umpire in the best position to see. Took over this team in 1982, Sean Boylan. 4 All-Ireland titles. They were last league champions in 1994, and in the past they've been accused of not taking the league too seriously. Well, they've taken it extremely seriously this year. Back in the top flight. It's Joe Sheridan. He's got a point from play. Again, a wide ball from Sheridan. He's had 2 frees and missed them both. Very crowded midfield area. Queeveen King of Meath. Now that's too strong. Well, Meath's determined to get that ball into the full forward line early, but just kicking possession away. Clerkin trying to get hands to that Anthony Moyles there instead. James Ward to Gary McQuaid. McQuaid playing a lot of football, quite close to his own goal. Dick Clerkin. Clerkin looking to move it forward. Tommy Freeman has got away from McGowan once more. Oh, they were unlucky. Dermot McCardle just couldn't hang on to possession. Meath have a free out. Well, at the other end, Meath are trying to get their full forward line moving. Direct ball in. It was direct that time from Monaghan eventually. Didn't work out for them though. Now the referee is going to throw the ball in to restart the game, which he's done. James McElroy trying to get hands to that. Kevin Riley fouled just after he played the ball away. So the free will take place near the Meath 65-metre line. It was Raymond Ronahan who caught him. Darren Fay intercepted by Colin Flanagan of Monaghan. Dick Clerkin. We had a feeling he'd move out around the centre. That's just what he's done. 3 Meath defenders, 2 Monaghan attackers. The Meath men did their jobs. Queeveen King, Darren Fay, knocked off it by James McElroy. Dahi Regan. Giles just couldn't hang on. Shane McManus of Monaghan. Gary McQuaid. It's a decent ball to pick out. Dermot McCardle. They're stringing the passes together. Paul Finlay now comes into the move. Again, Tommy Freeman is the furthest forward for Monaghan. Finlay might fancy a crack himself. Finlay for a point for Monaghan, but he's put it wide, and there were players inside in better positions. Wide number 3 for Monaghan, but still they lead by a goal. Now, they put so much effort into this, really deserve more, Finlay. Already there's some activity on the Meath bench. We've only been playing for just 19 minutes of the first half. They may be about to change things in their full back line. We shall see. Stephen McGowan led it off to Fay. Foul by Clerkin. Next time he's gone. Fay well able to take the hits. Now Kelly. That's not a good ball from Kelly. Meath already in this match have kicked a lot of possession away. James Ward going very high. Once more they look for Freeman. That was nicely done. Kevin Riley picking up for Meath. Moyles, Queeveen King. Played in an All-Ireland minor final for Meath a couple of years ago when they were destroyed by Derry. That's a nice ball in towards Patter Bird. Duffy drops it. Anxious times And a free in has been given against Shane Duffy. And again, it's just getting a little messy while you watch this replay. Byrne, his challenge was a little messy. And Shane Duffy penalised. Because of the reaction. I wonder, did the referee penalise Shane Duffy for picking the ball up off the ground? What's the problem with that, I wonder? Well, I think he's made up for his error by throwing the ball in. Monaghan with a free. The scores aren't exactly flowing. 1-2 to 2 points, Monaghan lead. Meath haven't scored for some 9 minutes. Dick Clerkin with the left boot. It's hanging, and it's gone over from Dick Clerkin. His second point in this Division 2 final. And that's their first for 7 minutes. Big hang time on that, but well taken. Freeman King caught. Stephen McGowan has been moved off, marking Tommy Freeman. Darren Fay got one hand to it. Freeman King sweeping up behind. Anthony Moyles. Now Geraghty will have to be watched here. Geraghty has got some space but closed down really quickly. It was Colin Flanagan who came across to help out. But the concern for Monaghan, they're defending well. But the concern is that if Meath do get free and do get a sight at Shane Duffy's goal, well, the marking is poor there. Dick Clerkin has lost Padder Byrne. Anthony Moyles up from midfield. Moyles looking for space. Oh, great goal from Moyles. Fantastic strike from the midfielder. And Shane Duffy, well, maybe he saw this very late. Just deceived by it totally. And Meath are back in business. They still trail by a point. First goal in the league campaign for Anthony Moyles, coming up from midfield. And Duffy was fooled by it completely. Just watch him dive the other way. Unsighted, perhaps. Graham Geraghty receiving treatment, struggling a little bit, but will be so determined to continue on. The goal from Anthony Moyles means first score in some 11 minutes. James McElroy has been fouled, and this is right in Paul Finlay territory, and the ball has been moved forward for dissent, I think by David Crimmins, who may have made a remark to the referee, and this is a certain point surely for Paul Finlay, which will come just about a minute after the Moyles goal, and it's just the response Monaghan would have looked for after the shock of conceding the goal to Moyles. That's Paul Finlay's first point in this game. They lead by 2 with 10 minutes to half-time. Gary McQuaid. David Crimmon's caught by the flight of that, deceived by it. Here's James McElroy. Tommy Freeman. Freeman going one way, then the other. It's Niall McLaughlin who's marking Freeman now. Paul Finlay. Again, they're hanging on to it a long time, but Finlay, has he got space? Raymond Ronaghan, the full forward. Ronaghan one-on-one, oh, and he just threw it away. And Niall McLaughlin was perfectly positioned for Meath. Stephen McGowan. Brian O'Reilly. Kelly needs some help, he got it from Daithí Regan. Trevor Giles is furthest forward for Meath. There was a foul there by Vincent Corey on Giles. And this will be a free which Daithí Regan will take. But Corey knew what he was doing. Daithí Regan from St Michael's in Meath. Suits the left-footed kicker. A picture of concentration, and he's got that. That brings them back to within a point. It's his first of the game. Again, it hasn't been the most free-flowing of matches. It's certainly holding the interest, and Meath getting closer to Monaghan. Variation on the kick out from Shane Duffy, deciding against sending it into a very congested midfield area. Gary McQuaid, super run forward by the corner back. Foul by Niall Kelly. Kelly can have little complaints about that. Shane McManus with the free from Monaghan. Moyle's challenge on Dermot McCardle was robust. Tommy Freeman, angle tricky for Freeman. Wide. That's their fourth. Now he's in sort of form you just don't expect him to miss at the moment, but he did that time. Mark Daly will be in very shortly for Monaghan. Very close to the starting 15. But didn't quite make it. Gary McQuaid's okay again for Monaghan, who will bring Mark Daly in shortly. He's more than okay, McQuaid. That was very nicely done. And now Raymond Ronaghan. Freeman again, he's in for another goal, he's got it! 2 goals for Tommy Freeman. Well, is this going to be Monaghan's day in Croke Park? They had a walkabout at Croke Park during the week to familiarise themselves with the surroundings. Well, Tommy Freeman, I think he's played here many times before. 2 goals in Croke Park, 5 minutes to half-time. And Monaghan certainly made of tough stuff today and showing great character. The Moyles goal would have been a blow. He's on fire. Well, Monaghan with their tails up. Here's James McElroy. McElroy taking Joe Sheridan with him. Well, that's a poor wide, and when they're on top, they're going to have to take these scores. They lead, but you can never be far enough ahead of Sean Boylan's Meath. Ollie Murphy coming in, and it's because Graham Geraghty is injured and his Division 2 National Football League final is over. Well, that's a big blow to me. The experienced players, so crucial to them. But Ollie Murphy, one of those experienced players that has featured prominently in the league. Meath unbeaten, remember, before today. But Monaghan really putting it up to them. Finlay to James Ward. Drilled in, but Niall McLaughlin again well positioned. He's picked up a lot of loose ball from Meath today. Dermot McCardle not convinced he gave away the free. Certainly seemed to have a case. Meath trying to spread it, but Damien Freeman there for Monaghan. Here's Tommy, the brother. Again, he's causing all sorts of problems, this time for Niall McLaughlin, who was moved on to him after Stephen McGowan tried his very best but just couldn't hold Tommy Freeman. That's a tempting ball in from Clerkin. The Meath full back line able to cope, and Kevin Riley fouled, and that'll take the pressure off for the moment. But Freeman is just causing all sorts of panic in there. Fergal Duffy that time was up there with Anthony Moyles, and the foul was by Raymond Ronahan. Darren Fay to Niall Kelly. Very high, favours the defender. If anything, it certainly did. Gary McQuaid. Ollie Murphy hanging on to him. James Ward. Shane McManus. Dermot McCardle is trying to get free. They've gone instead for Ronahan. Well fielded by Kevin Riley from Navan O'Mahony's. Darren Fay. Brian O'Reilly. Meath getting to the 65-metre line again and then launching it forward quickly. Here's a chance for Giles! Trevor Giles. Well, once he got into the goal-scoring position, he was never going to miss. Tucked it beautifully with his left boot beyond Shane Duffy, right into the corner. Well, it's a cracking game now between Meath and Monaghan. That's a fabulous finish from Trevor Giles. Just a point between them. We're around 90 seconds from half-time. Joe Sheridan, psychologically it would be a major boost for Meath if they could get back on terms, or better. This is Niall Kelly to level it up, and he's done it. A purple patch for Meath. That's his first point. They've scored a goal and a point in around 30 seconds. And now the real test begins for Monaghan. Third time in the game the sides have been level. He'll have a lot to say to his side at half-time, and so will Sean Boylan. Haven't played up to their potential. They haven't led in this game. Oh, Vincent Corey just took his eye off that for a moment. Cleared forward by Damien Freeman. Paul Finlay. Now, when Monaghan have suffered blows in this match, they've been able to come back and respond with points. Paul Finlay has been fouled, and they'll get a chance, and Finlay will get the chance to put them back in front again. There'll be 2 added minutes at the end of the first half. Finlay has taken a knock. Was eventually brought down by Joe Sheridan. Finlay, while you're looking at Sheridan, is back to his feet. Having a look at the post. We're in stoppage time. Sides level. He's got a bird's eye view. Finlay has scored one free already. Will make that two, and Monaghan lead again. About a minute after that volley of a goal and a point for Meath. How important will that score be from Paul Finlay? Stephen McGowan. Darren Fay screaming forward over on the far side. That's Kevin Riley. Almost snow on that Ollie Murphy. Murphy for Meath. Peach of a point. Well, class is permanent. And Ollie Murphy coming on as a sub, replacing the injured Graham Geraghty. How often have we seen that in this famous stadium? And from that man, fourth time to be level. With just seconds to go at the end of what's been a very entertaining first half, slow enough to start. But we've seen four fantastic goals, two from either side, and we're set up for a great second half. Where will this Division 2 National Football League title be going? Tommy Freeman, the outstanding forward on view in this game, and that was taken away, stolen away from Dick Clerkin. But they'll have a 45, Monaghan, and the possibility of the lead going in at half-time. Paul Finlay coming across to take it. Anxious faces all around Croke Park, both on the field and off it. This will be certainly the last kick of the first half. David Gallagher waiting in the Meath goal. Finlay going to kick this off the ground. He scored the last Monaghan point about 3 minutes ago. That's low, it's not going to make it. But there's possibilities, and it has gone over. Fisted over the bar, and Monaghan lead again. And it's Shane McManus who was in the right place at the right time. A real poacher score. Brilliant reactions. The whistle has gone for half-time, and Monaghan go in with a slim advantage. They lead by 2-6 to 2-5. McManus with the last point of the first half. A fascinating second half to come. Second half underway, and Shane McManus, who scored that fisted point, which actually separates the two sides, 2-6 to 2-5, has been replaced by Mark Daly, who wears number 17. Ollie Murphy, who scored a fabulous point towards the end of the first half, sets up Joe Sheridan. Sheridan sends it in low, and Duffy made that look harder than it really needed to be. Was able to clear his lines. Colm Flanagan of Monaghan. Dick Clerkin. Anthony Moyles is with him. Remember, Meath lost Graham Geraghty injured, but Tommy Freeman has been outstanding for Monaghan and never ever going to miss from there. 2-2 he scored. That's the first point of the second half. Monaghan lead by 2. Meath have never been in front in this game. He's been brilliant for them today, and there's a long way to go yet. James Coyle unable to hang on to that. Niall Kelly from a long way out. Oh, that is fantastic from Niall Kelly. his second point from play. And when he does hit them from long range, never seems to score an ordinary point. That's a spectacular score. Guiding it in with that very cultured left boot. The Meath support on Hill 16 trying to lift their team as the sun comes out. It's been a weird sort of day weather-wise. Kelly seeking out Ollie Murphy. Murphy's got free. Ollie Murphy! Oh! Back in the big time at Croke Park, Ollie Murphy. A goal and a point for the forward. It's a great finish. But what a boost that is for Meath, who now lead in the game for the very first time. Some of their football has been very impressive, but they've been ordinary enough at times. But Monaghan got off to a great start with the first point of the second half, but it's Meath who are motoring now. Trevor Giles to the fore and Ollie Murphy too. Just couldn't get to the pitch of that. Here's Dahi Regan. They're motoring. They're really cruising. A goal and 2 points in about 90 seconds from Meath. And all of a sudden, what a turnaround. They lead by 3. Two points for Dahi Regan. That's his first from play. And now we'll see what Monaghan are really made of. Have they the character and the belief and the hunger to come back at Meath? They've shown they have previously in this game, but they're behind. Raymond Monaghan with the free. Clear push in the back. And the front from Darren Fay. And they really need this to go over. It's Dick Clerkin, who had a very impressive first half, who is lining this up. 3 in arrears. Frantic start to the second half. Clerkin, no. That's their 6th wide. Just not a good contact at all, was it? Joe Sheridan out around midfield. It's come to Stephen McGowan. Had a very testing start to the match, but he's picked out Ollie Murphy. And Murphy has been fouled, and he's gone down injured too. Vincent Corey is the player who fouled him. And what exactly happened to Ollie just afterwards? Took a slap in the face, it seemed. A little bit groggy. But back to his feet. And this is such an easy chance for a free taker of the caliber of Trevor Giles. Already scored a goal and a point. This is his first attempt with the place ball. 1-2, and you look at what the experienced players, even without Graham Geraghty on the park, have contributed for Meath. 1-2 for Trevor Giles. Ollie Murphy with a goal and a point, and we're only 6 minutes into the second half. Graham Geraghty had hoped to be in the green and gold of his county, but had to retire from this game injured. And Stephen McGowan is having problems at the moment for Meath. Sun in the eyes of Shane Duffy, the Monaghan goalkeeper. Dick Clerkin again really doing well around the centre of the park for Monaghan. Mark Daly unlucky not to make the Monaghan team, and he's been fouled, and this will be another opportunity for Paul Finlay. Monaghan, I would suggest, as you look at Clerkin flying high, they're 4 points in arrears. They need this to go over. Meath have, I think it's still Stephen McGowan in trouble. And there's a yellow card has been issued there. So Meath, for the moment, down to 14. So McGowan has gone, he's injured anyway, and Finlay has sent that over. And Niall McCaig, wearing 23, has come in to replace Stephen McGowan. That's what happened to Mark Daly. First score in 8 minutes for Monaghan. They're a goal behind. James McElroy. Once more they look for Tommy Freeman, and again he's out in front. Mark Daly struggling for possession with McCaig, and it's ended up wide. And off the ball, Freeman has got involved with Niall McCaig. Nicholas Corrigan, there he is, wearing 24, is in for James Ward. Huge height on that from David Gallagher, and Anthony Moyles, one of the goal scorers from the first half, has space to work it. Dick Clerkin just put him off at the vital moment. Clerkin in the process, while you look at Damien Freeman taking the ball clear. Clerkin has injured himself. We follow the play with Nicholas Corrigan, the new man in for Monaghan. That's a defender's ball. Niall McLaughlin. McLaughlin under pressure, and he's been forced into the mistake. Fergal Duffy of Monaghan. Well, somehow they win possession back, Meath. That was Kevin Riley remaining very, very calm. Niall Kelly, 2 points he scored. And Kelly taking it to Monaghan and driving Meath forward. Kelly's gone down injured. Monaghan's turn to attack, just like Meath were doing in the first half. Monaghan just kicking possession away. Niall McLaughlin. Daithí Regan out in front. Ollie Murphy is over on the far side. Colin Flanagan in trouble, with Daithí Regan's persistence paying off. Trevor Giles. Meath certainly much more purpose about them in this second half. Darren Fay. That was a fullback's effort at a point. Damien Freeman. It's wide. Oh, there's been a problem. Damien Freeman is down. And what is the referee going to do here? It's Pader Byrne who's in trouble. What colour will the card be? Well, Freeman is still down injured, and Pader Byrne, this is his first league campaign for Meath, and is his Division 2 National Football League final over. It's a yellow for Pader Byrne. This was what happened. Just a tussle over the football. There was a reaction certainly from Damien Freeman, who had a part to play in that incident, and in frustration Byrne threw the football into his face. You just cannot do that. Freeman back to his feet, the Monaghan skipper. With Pader Byrne off, he'll be replaced any moment by Michael Burke. So second yellow for Meath. How crucial will that be? Down to 14 for the moment, but attacking with Joe Sheridan. Not for long. Dick Clerkin to Gary McQuaid. A goal between the sides. Monaghan led for all of the first half. Nicholas Corrigan. Corrigan looking for the point. That's beautifully worked. Very well taken by the substitute, Nicholas Corrigan. Back to within 2. Monaghan not out of this by any manner of means. That's Byrne's replacement, Michael Burke from Longwood. Gary McQuaid. Caught by Niall Kelly. Dick Clerkin. Spent such a long time out injured. As you look at Gary McQuaid being fouled. Tommy Freeman, a real buzz around the place when he gets the ball. Freeman for another one. At times he's played like he owns the place. 2 goals and 3 points, all from play for Tommy Freeman. It's been a joy to watch him, and he's not finished yet, and neither are Monaghan. They're now back to within a point. A few minutes ago, Meath led by 4. But a real battle for possession. Clerkin and Darren Fay getting to know each other. Somewhere in there's the football. Monaghan with the free. Paul Finlay has taken it. Nicholas Corrigan working hard. Kept it in play. Now faced with Brian O'Reilly. Quarter of an hour played in the second half. Nicholas Corrigan's got one already. He's going to have to wait for another one. Real scramble for possession, and Darren Fay picking up the loose ball. Michael Burke fouled by James McElroy. Joe Sheridan. It's a disappointing ball from Joe Sheridan. Vincent Corey. With a fullback on a real surge. Fergal Duffy. Nicholas Corrigan looking for it inside. Nothing wrong with the challenge from Joe Sheridan on Fergal Duffy. And Monaghan have to mark up as Niall Kelly sends it forward. Dermot McCardle is back there trying to help out. There's Trevor Giles, Ollie Murphy behind him. Can he treat us to another peach, Ollie Murphy? Well, it hangs a long time, and Murphy has scored a cracking point. That is outstanding from Ollie Murphy. That's Meath's first score in the second half for 12 minutes. Went 11 minutes without a score during the first half. Can they win this title But going long periods without scoring, well, they certainly can with him in that sort of form. Just gives them a little bit more breathing space. 3-9 to 2-10. But a long way to go. Tommy Freeman. Freeman just challenged by Darren Fay, and that put him off. Mark Daly trying to retrieve the situation for Monaghan. We are set up for a cracking finish to this final. Damien Freeman. Nicholas Corrigan moving. Tommy Freeman. Paul Finlay. It's going to have to curl a long way if that's going to go over. Well, Kevin Riley could have let it go, but decided not to take the chance. It's a line ball to Monaghan. Well, James McElroy thinking about taking it, but they've left it for Dick Clerkin. Seamus McEnaneys, his brother Pat, one of the top referees in the country, is here watching today. Nail-biting stuff. Dick Clerkin goes short to Paul Finlay. Wrong side for Finlay on his favoured left foot. Dick Clerkin, brilliant dummy. He took two Meath players out of the game. That is a great point from Dick Clerkin. That's his third in the match. And they really do believe that they can do this today. They're still behind, but Meath just can't get away from them. This is fantastic play from Dick Clerkin. Two Meath players just, well, may as well not have been there. Joe Sheridan just fractionally off with his jump. Gary McQuaid. Monaghan with their tails up now. Brian O'Reilly just can't hang on to that. Nicholas Corrigan. Dermot McCardle. McCardle doing a lot of work off the ball, with a chance for him to shine. The Monaghan corner forward. McCardle. Is it wide? Yes, it is. You could hear the shouts from David Gallagher, telling the umpire it was wide, and he could see for himself. Declan McKiernan in for Monaghan. Well, Dick Clerkin just lost that in the bright sunshine at Croke Park. Anthony Moyles pumping it forward. Murphy has moved away. Vincent Corey. Meath going with this two-man full forward line. The high ball will panic Monaghan a little bit, but they coped with it just fine there. Well taken, Brian O'Reilly. Darren Fay. Niall Kelly. His progress halted. Trevor Giles battling for possession with James Coyle. The line ball is Meath's. .21 for Meath. Mark Ward is about to come in as Joe Sheridan attacks, but there was a block in on that from Dick Clerkin, who's been everywhere for Monaghan. Just a point between them. Damien Freeman. Nicholas Corrigan. Niall McLaughlin of Meath. Meath, the only unbeaten team in the league before today. Colin Flanagan perfectly positioned at the shoulder of Dahi Regan to get that ball. This is Paul Finlay. Finlay has scored 3 points. A poor challenge, or attempt at a challenge from Joe Sheridan. Finlay wants a solo score, but just never caught that at all. Wide number 9 for Monaghan. At this crucial stage of the match, you just can't afford to be kicking them away. Mark Ward is in, whereas 21. Brian O'Reilly off. Mark Ward Big tall player, and that height paying off there. Not for long though, Damien Freeman. A massive punt forward for Meath. Massive take from Monaghan by Colm Flanagan. Vincent Corey, they're a point behind Monaghan. Dick Clerkin, will he be the inspiration? They were league champions in 1985, Monaghan. The Centenary Cup final here at Croke Park the year previous went against them. Meath beat them, but today it's the Division 2 title at stake. Niall McCaig, Mark Ward. Again they go with this long ball. Trevor Giles just trying to get it through to Ollie Murphy. Brilliantly swept up by Damien Freeman. Now when Monaghan get into position, they've got to score. Tommy Freeman. Worth the admission price alone. Freeman one way, then the other, and he's got Anthony Moyles. Freeman is superb again. Here's a chance for Monaghan, a goal opportunity. Oh, blocked by his own man. It was Tommy Freeman. The shot came in from Declan McKernan. They couldn't take the chance. Here's Ollie Murphy. Dahi Regan gone down injured, blocked by Dermot McCardle. Well, listen to the crowd. Get behind the two teams here. Great buzz around the place. Foul on Kevin Riley. David Crimmins, the Meath centre half back. Darren Fay finds Trevor Giles very well. Ollie Murphy. Giles goes again. Murphy around the corner. Seen him score them from those sort of positions before. Well, that one just didn't work out. Just have a look at McKiernan from Monaghan at the other end, and this came off his own play. There was a big challenge in there from Niall McCaig. Did enough to put him off, but Tommy Freeman was superb in setting up the opportunity. Dick Clerkin punched away from him by Mark Ward. Ward's challenge was clumsy. Damien Freeman. McKernan of Monaghan has Dick Clerkin beside him. McKernan to level it up, and he's done it. The Monaghan substitute, Declan McKernan from Clonus, with 10 minutes to go, has brought the sides level for a fifth time, and for the first time, crucially, in the second half. Monaghan playing catch-up. At one stage in the second half, they were 4 points down. They've eaten away at that Meath advantage. It's a draw game again. And the free has gone Monaghan's way. Meath have found scores very hard to come by in the second half. Having already gone 12 minutes without a score, they've managed just 1 point since the 4th minute of this second half, and we're now under 10 minutes from the end. Meath's forwards, even with Giles and particularly Ollie Murphy going well, they just haven't got the right type of ball. Maybe they will now. Michael Burke, Niall Kelly, Ollie Murphy being wrestled to the ground by Vincent Corey. Surely the umpires behind the goal to the left will have seen that, but play allowed to continue. Gary McQuaid launching it forward. Mark Daly under it. Daly has hands on it. Moyles, and then McCaig. Michael Burke of Meath Ollie Murphy screaming for the ball. Did well to hang on to it, if anything. That favoured the fullback, Vincent Corey. Niall Kelly looking for another spectacular point. But when they go wrong, they go wrong. Wide number 9. Well, problems for Sean Boylan and company. Meath with just one single point in the last 23 minutes of action. And Monaghan are preparing Hugh McElroy. Dermot McCardle of Monaghan, they're picking up all the loose possession around the middle of the park, but can they get their noses in front? Tommy Freeman, will he be the man to do it? Mark Daly. And Daly, well, the referee has claimed that the Monaghan player, well, did he use his knees to pick the ball up off the ground? Well, I wonder about that call from Aidan Mangan, the Kerry referee. Here come Meath. How crucial will that decision be? Joe Sheridan. Sheridan has options inside. Regan went with the fist. And Meath retake the lead. Well, there was a goal on here. Shane Duffy just stayed rooted to the line for a moment, got out a little bit to try and narrow the angle. Regan got his 3rd point. Hugh McElroy replacing James McElroy. The point from Daithí Regan, their first in 16 minutes. 3:10 to 2:12. Monaghan have to do it all again. How often can they go back to the well and try and rein Meath back in? Nicholas Corrigan, 5 minutes to go. When they get possession, they really have to treasure it and try and work it forward. At that time, they couldn't hang on. McElroy played his part for Monaghan in midfield. Well taken by Joe Sheridan. Sheridan with the left boot. Can't hit the target, and Meath now into double figures with their wide tally. Dermot McCardle of Monaghan. Here's Dick Clerkin beside him. They've runners either side. Paul Finlay. Will this be Finlay's moment to step up to the plate and get one from play? No. Dropped short into the arms of David Gallagher. Hasn't really worked from open play for Paul Finlay. Normally such a reliable half forward with that trusty left boot. It's Meath who lead by a point, about 4.5 minutes to go. Mark Ward. And there's a foul. Brian Farrell knocked to the ground, and this is Trevor Giles' territory. Scored one from a free already earlier in this game, but a lot closer in. Seen it all, done it all, won it all. They've never won the Division 2 National Football League title, but June the 5th, their real aim after today and the start of the Leinster Championship. Trevor Giles out of the hand, didn't catch it at all well. Wide number 11, but still Meath lead. Well, he knows in the last couple of minutes they've had the chances to really pull away from Monaghan, but they're still on their coattails. Possession crucial. Mark Ward starting to win a lot for Meath around the middle, and a big gap opens up for Ward. Beautifully struck from Ward. Doesn't even see it go over the bar. He knew from the moment it left his trusty left boot that it was sailing over. And Ward making quite an impression on this game and on this Meath team, and they lead by 2. Monaghan need a Tommy Freeman goal. He's got 2 in this game, but they also need possession, as David Crimmins is given an anxious moment or two. Paul Finlay, route 1. Finlay lets it off. Here's a chance for McElroy. Oh, McElroy's taken the point. Well, they found a gap there. Well, we'll see if this was the sensible decision from the substitute, Hugh McElroy. Nicholas Corrigan outside him. Just a point between them. We've just over 2 minutes to go. Meath 3-11, Monaghan 2-13. It's been a cracking game. Really exciting. Some passages of exceptional football. Gary McQuaid of Monaghan. Will they come up with the ball? Well, McElroy having to work hard to retrieve it. Declan McKernan is beside him. McElroy looking to level it. Great block in there. And Kevin Riley takes control. The young Meath fullback, just out of the minor ranks. Today only his 2nd start for Meath. And in the pressure of this Division 2 final, well, he came up with the goods, and here come Meath again. Niall Kelly. At times they looked in real trouble in this game. Ollie Murphy and others helping to retrieve the situation for them, and Monaghan getting a bit ragged with the marking. That's a beautiful turn and a beautiful point. What a great score from Brian Farrell. A glorious sidestep. And they're 2 clear again, and Monaghan will have to start thinking about a goal. That's great feat. Lovely finish from Brian Farrell from Nobber. .312, 2:13. Meath have the ball again. Niall Kelly, that's drifting. It's well taken by Shane Duffy, who's caught high by Trevor Giles. Offers his apology to the Monaghan goalkeeper. He was committed to making the challenge. Dick Clerkin going long again. McElroy is seeing a lot of it. They need a goal. It'll be a goal to win it. Tommy Freeman. Freeman going for the point. Oh, what a time for his shooting to let him down. Freeman has been flawless in this match. That's their 10th wide. And just when he needed it most, as we enter stoppage time, there'll be 2 added minutes at the end of this enthralling game. And it's Meath who lead by 2. And the Meath teams of the past, when they get into these situations, winning situations, you expect them to close it out and to be able to get over the winning line. Have Monaghan anything left in the tank? They've had to play catch-up for most of the second half. And Meath, well, have they just too much? Trevor Giles starting to run the show. The experienced player that's hanging, and it's taken by Shane Duffy. Monaghan needed up the other end of Croke Park, and quickly. Fergal Smith involved in this latest Monaghan attack. They look for a final twist. They lost the Centenary Cup final to Meath 21 years ago. Are they going to lose here again? It's a free. Some of the Meath supporters thought it was the full-time whistle, but they're going to have to wait around 50 seconds for that. And David Gallagher has come out to try and get this as far away from the Meath goal as possible. Monaghan have played their part in a superb final. Meath had the blow of losing Graham Geraghty to injury just before half-time. They went something like 28 minutes without a score during this second half. But when it mattered most, they've been able to put over the scores. But this is the last attack. This is it for Monaghan. Paul Finlay dragged to the ground by David Crimmins, the Meath centre-back. And it's a yellow for Crimmins. But will it matter? They're reduced to 14. Crimmins can have very little argument about what can only be termed as a professional foul. He knew exactly what he was doing. He wanted to stop Finlay, and he did just that. They're 2 points behind. The 2 additional minutes are now up. After this play, the match will be over. Monaghan need a goal. It would surely win it for them. Tommy Freeman into Damien Freeman. Can they get this goal as he overcarried the ball? Meath have come up with possession, and that surely is that. The referee's still playing on. Will Monaghan have one last attack? They've got a free in, and the referee is going to let this develop. Ollie Murphy, and they've taken the ball further up the park. Monaghan so anxious to get this restarted. Meath have brought on Conor Brennan, wearing number 22. He replaces David Crimmins, who got the yellow card. Well, a point at this stage is no good to Monaghan. Well, this is a pulsating finish. The referee telling Paul Finlay that this will be it. They have to go for a goal, Monaghan. Somehow they have to try and get the ball past David Gallagher in the Meath goal. Finlay, a hit and hope from Finlay. Can they get a touch? Oh, it's got in! The back of the net! What a mistake from Meath! That is unbelievable. And is that Mark Ward, who may have put it into the back of his own net? What a twist. In the 4th minute of injury time, it's over. And Monaghan have won it with the very last kick of the game. Paul Finlay with the free. Monaghan celebrate. It's a disaster for Meath. I think Ward was just trying to put it over the bar. The point was useless to Monaghan. But what an incredible finish. And we've a pitch invasion here, as you can see. Monaghan back in Croke Park and back in the winners' enclosure. They are the Division 2 champions of 2005, and what incredible scenes here. All the Monaghan fans, or most of them, out on the pitch to celebrate. Meath devastated. Let's just try and make some sense of this. It was Finlay's free, and who exactly was on the line and put it into the back of his own net? Just have a look again. 3:13 to 3:12. Monaghan with this dramatic late own goal, really, for Mark Ward. He was trying to put it over the crossbar. The point was no good to Monaghan. But Ward, who had done so well since coming on, you have to feel for him and for Meath. At the last minute, Monaghan have done it in the most dramatic style. Monaghan are Division 2 champions. They've beaten Meath by 3:13 to 3:12. And looking at those pictures, you'd think they'd just won the All-Ireland. Maybe that will be the case. We shall wait and see. But years and years without a major trophy. And Monaghan are determined to enjoy their day in Croke Park with a massive outpouring of emotion and joy. They're the Division 2 champions. But can you believe those scenes? Absolutely incredible. Really remarkable stuff. Is there anybody left in Monaghan? Because they all seem to be here. they had to play catch up, and they trailed for an awful lot of the second half. Well, that goal in the 4th minute of added time has led to these scenes. It'll be remembered long after today, not just in Monaghan GAA circles, but by GAA people all over the place. I haven't seen scenes like this in a long time, and people say the league doesn't mean anything. Well, it certainly does to Monaghan. They have beaten Meath, and Damien Freeman, their captain, is going up to accept the trophy as winners of Division 2 of the NFL. And with these sort of pictures and the joy on those Monaghan faces, well, it may as well be the Anglo-Celt Cup or Sam Maguire itself.
The Park of Croke Park and the Clinch Clinch Alliance. Agus Cobardicus, Lesson V, Agus Monaghan. I have Tespantus, Sorrow Tuck, and Shortino. It was a great privilege to be here today for a magnificent final. Well done to Meath and Monaghan, and particularly well done on the lovely football both teams played. We haven't seen such use of the foot as in football for many a long day, and I hope to be seen regularly during the summer. Meath are always hard to beat, and it was only the death that Monaghan beat them today. And it's appropriate that the captain should be a Freeman. And now it gives me great pleasure in the company of Brendan Murphy of Alliance to present the National League Trophy to your outstanding captain, Damien Freeman.
Well, what about this? Remarkable scenes after a remarkable game. Monaghan, Division 2 National Football League champions for 2005. Wow.
One of the brightest days of my life, wearing a pair of football boots. We met up in October, each and every one of us. We met with Seamus, Bernie, Jerry, and Gerard. We set a task of getting promotion here. We achieved it through the hard way. We came here, beat Derry in the semi-final, not given much of a chance. We came here to Croke Park, where it all happens. A dream come true for everybody on this panel. Every good team, people might say we're lucky, but every good team deserves to run to the green. And it's far too long since Monaghan have got it. And the day we've got it. I'd like to thank a great Meath team, a very, very tough and fair team. I'd like to give 3 cheers for me. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Now, there's a man I'd like to thank. Our main sponsor, FKM, Matt Mohan.